Let's talk some defense. We got the Carolina Panthers versus the Detroit Lions defense. And I'm going to go through several plays today and show you guys exactly why Carolina ran for 300 plus yards on the Lions. On this play, you got a 4-man front, okay? And you got 4 guys here. So you got 8 people in the box. It's an 8-man box. We got a quarterback in shotgun, back offset, okay? Quarterback in shotgun, back offset. This guy's in a shade alignment. He should be tighter. He should be tighter on here because of his position, where he's located. He can only run here or cross formation. So he should be aligned tighter in this shade technique, this one technique, okay? This guy's a C-gap player. He's a B-gap player. I like his alignment. Foot inside his foot with the back offset, and it'll give you the advantage on any block coming to you. Okay? With the back being offset, be a little bit looser here. He's doing a good job. That's a good alignment right there. And he's a 9 technique outside. And what he's going to get is a block by the tight end. You're going to knock that down, try to squeeze off the C gap. This guy going to get a down block. He's going to get a post down block. The key to this is putting your hands on this guy, attacking this guy's outside number. Your initial thought is to get some knockback. I want to set a new line of scrimmage. But you got to get your hands on this guy. Now what you're going to see here, this guy going to post and go down here. Okay? They're going to pull a guy. They're going to pull a guy. What this guy got to do is hit this guy, make contact with him, and then down blocks, you got to close. And he would be, if he did that, if he hit this guy and closed down when this guy go down, he would be underneath this block that's coming back from the backside. He would be underneath that block. And watch where the running back run this ball, right here. Right here. He run this ball right here. So if he attack him, get a down block, close off his hip, he going to be underneath any block that come back his way, and he would make the play right there in the hole. This guy right here, he posted him. This dude got up the field. They was able to come kick him out. This running back ran right underneath it, okay? You just got to close on down blocks. And he will be right underneath this guy that's pulling, and he will make this play right here in the hole. Just watch the play. See what I'm saying? He will be right here. If he close and take this guy with him, he got his hands on him. He took his hands off of him and went up the field. See? He got his hands on this guy right here. He got his hands on him. The guy's going down. It's a down block. Just stay with it. Stay with it. Hey, attack him, squeeze it down. See, that's one thing I say about raising up out of your stance to go and attack the guy with your hands. Hands from the ground to the guy, squeeze this guy off. Take this guy's body and put it in this A gap right here. Take his body and put it in this A gap. Okay? Then you'll be underneath this block that's coming. Here it is right here. It's coming. He's going to take his hands off this guy and get up the field here. He's going to take his hands off and get up the field. They're going to kick him out. The running back going to run right inside. Here, this guy right here, if he was tighter, he could knock this back. He can knock this back and help this play also. And there's right there. This is what he got kicked out. He ran right there because he should be right here. He should be right here. He should have never took his hands off and squeezed that off. Squeeze that off, and then he have a good play right there. One thing we tell inside guys is that when you're attacking a guy and they block down, you got to close. Even out here, we get down blocks here. This guy got to close like hell. Right here, if he got down blocks here and this guy didn't block him, he should ignore this guy anyway. You in this gap right here. You in this crease. C gap. This guy, you ignore him. You see this guy. This is his key. This is his key. He got to get tighter. Back's offset to his side. Get tighter. They can only run it here or cross formation. Right here, good alignment. But right now, attack this outside number and put your hands on him. And don't take your hands off and just mash him down into his A gap. Mash him down to his A gap. When he took his hands off and got up the field, this guy was able to kick him out. This guy is an outside 9 technique, and he getting a wall block by this tight end. He get a base block by this tight end, and he just closing this off. Let's just watch it one more time. You'll see what I'm saying. Okay, on this play, the Lions in a 4-man front, and it looked like they got a slant to the weak side. Slant weak to the weak side. It looked like this guy's taking a stunt step in here. He's stunting in here. And this guy looked like he took a step outside here. Unless he's wrong. Now, if he's wrong, then it's more of like a pirate stunt. We call it a pirate stunt with these two guys on the strong side, 3-technique side, coming here and stunting. So I think they got 4 slants to the weak side. And these two guys right here are going to be the ones that cause this play to get out. Because for one, quarterback is at home, back is in the dot. Okay, you got a wing that's off the ball right here. And what he's going to do is come across here, and this guy going to get up the field too far. He's wrong too, because he's going to get up the field too far, and this guy going to come, and he's going to kick him out. He's going to kick him out. So this guy, with them being in the dot, back being at home, quarterback under center, this guy needs to be tighter here, especially when you're running a stunt to this A-gap. You got to be tighter. His foot should be inside of his foot. Run this stunt and then get it up the field. Run this stunt and get it straight up the field. Knock this back. Get inside here, stunt inside here, and knock this back. He's too wide to run this stunt. And when you see this play, when I start the film, you're going to see him get ran all the way over here. He's going to be sideways and get ran out of the play all the way over here. Okay? This guy got to get to a winning position too. His outside foot should be inside of his inside foot, or more in this gap, because he got to get to this B gap. And if you get a down block by this tackle, either you take this tackle and put him in the B gap, or you come off of his butt and make a play on the ball. So he should be stepping here and up the field too. Here, getting the B gap, but he's too wide. He can't get to the B gap from being way out there. He got to get in here. He got to get more in here. You can't do that from a head up. If you stun, you can't do it from a head up. You got to get in here, in this gap somewhere. And then stunt, get it up the field. Then stunt, or come off his butt, okay? That's the problem right here. These two guys. When I run this film, you're going to see these guys. He's going to end up over here, and this guy going to end up down here, getting matched by this tight end. Because he should have been in here so he could step and get away from this tight end. But he ended up getting blocked down by this tight end and getting his body turned, and he's going to be backwards when they run the ball in this gap right here. The ball's coming right here. The ball's coming right here. Okay? This guy is he's a 2-eye technique. And if he's a true 2-eye technique, I don't know if he should be stepping outside, but say he shouldn't be stepping outside. He's supposed to be, he can get more inside here, get his foot right down the middle of this guy, foot down right down the middle of this guy, and knock this back. He can knock this back, okay? Okay? And this guy's a C-gap player, backside in the A-gap, okay? These guys going to be scraping hard this way. They see all the action this way, so they're going to scrape hard and try to get over the top. So let's watch these two guys here. You'll see what I'm saying. Watch this guy get too far up the field. This is what caused this play to get out right here. Because they got to be more solid, they got to be tighter, and they got to get it up the field on their stunt steps. Let's watch it. They already turned. See what I'm saying? Already turned. Turn your shoulders. You got to step and get it up the field. Get tighter, step and get it up the field. Off his butt right here. This should be a no play. You got to close. You got down blocks. You got to close right now. He should be meeting. Here go the guy. Here go the wing right here coming across to kick him out. He should be meeting him right in here somewhere. He should meet him right down in here somewhere. And this would be boxed in. These gaps inside would be smaller. You got to go meet that. If you get a chance, go back and watch Nolan Smith. I got a video about Nolan Smith on here. Go back and watch that video on how you should close on down blocks. How you should close on down blocks to take all the air out of these gaps inside. But these stunts are bad right here. They too wide for one, and they ain't getting it up the field. They ain't taking a step and get it up the field. You should have out the butt right here, okay? This guy took a step outside. So I said it's probably slant weak because this guy took a step. I don't know if he really didn't take a big step, but it looked like he was doing the same thing these guys were doing, and they were all stunned to the weak side, okay? Now, if he was supposed to be in this A-gap, which would have been better if he'd stayed in the A-gap because you'd have kept this center on you. You'd have kept the center on you. So he'd have been in the A-gap, attacking the inside shoulder of this guard, knocking it back, and the center would have stayed with him. But instead, this guy's flowing over top. This guy's flowing on the top. The center gonna end up coming off because he ain't got no work. This guy went outside. He ain't got no work now. The center gonna end up coming off and coming over here and getting number 34, blocking number 34, and the running back gonna run right behind his block. So let's run it some more. You know what I'm saying? There was the tackle. He got ran all the way over here. Here's the DN. Here's the DN that was head up the tight end. He got washed all the way down here. Washed all the way down here. Here's the center coming to get 34. Center coming to get 34. Here's that wing that came cross, kicking him out because he too far up the field. And he jacked them up. He jacked them up. Look at that. Look at that. He jacked him up. Because he should have been closing down here. He should have been meeting that down in here. Okay? This guy, the DN, turned around now. He can't make no play like that. He's out of the play. He ran himself out of the play. Okay? Okay, here's, the center came back. Here's the center coming back. Look at that hole. So this is not the way to run stunts. You got to get tighter. You got to get up the field. This guy and this guy should be right in here, destroying it. Destroying this whole play. Step, get up the field. Step, get it up the field. Close, close. This guy too. Close, be right here. We got a nice little box right here. We got a lot of guys on top of them right here. These linebackers are scraping. They're scraping. And the center comes off and get him. Okay? Let's run the play. And then you guys see the end result. The end result is a bunch of yards. Bunch of yards. So, on this play, I think it's short yardage. Carolina went big. They got a tight end here, a tackle at the tight end spot. They got a tight end off the ball, a wing. They got all big guys in here. So this got to be a short yardage play, and they expecting run. But I have no idea what these guys are doing. And if it's short yardage, quarterback under, back at home, I would be right here tighter to knock this back. Because short yardage, you gotta maintain these gaps. He's an A-gap player. I don't know what he got. I don't know if he's two-gapping. I don't know what's going on here. Or he's stunning through the C-gap. I have no clue what he's doing. Because he's looking at this guy, and I don't know if he's stunned, but he never took a step. Same here. I don't know if he's stunned and he never took a step. But they got blown off the ball. This was easy yardage for Carolina. These guys was just blown off the ball. I would like to see him here. Maybe put him here for this C-gap. Put him in a 5 technique and let him play. Because you got a guy sitting outside here for this gap. You got a guy sitting outside here. He's a B-gap player. He's the A-gap player over here. He got to attack this and close this off. You know, he got too much tilt right here to me. Take some of that off. Let him come to you. Close off this B-gap. Still maintain your outside leverage. C-gap player. But I have no idea what they're doing on defense here. It's just short yardage. They coming off low. They got the big in there. They're going to come off and get you. And you got to be in a good position that you can go attack these guys. Let's watch this play. Look at that. Look where these guys are at. They started here. Now we off to the races. Just watch these guys here, guys. Dive solid is what they're running. It's an inside zone, dive solid. They're going to double here. They're going to double here. Pretty much dive solid. They're going to run an inside zone. And these guys are going to end up, look where they're at. Look where the quarterback's feet. Look where the center's feet. Watch where these guys end up back here. They're going to end up way back here. This is way too easy for them. You got to go attack up front. Be physical. Be physical here. Be physical all over the place. Be physical. Come now. Get up in here. Get up in here. But they can't get up in here because these guys are getting knocked back into them. This is bad right here up front. Just watch it. Look where they at. Look where the ball started here. It started right here. Look where they at. And all they're doing is knocking them back, comboing up to the linebackers. Knocking them back, comboing up to the linebackers. Close. Close. Come now. Get down. So when he came, he should have got off this hip and closed. Like he came up too far. Closed right off his hip. See the down block. He was a man off the ball right here. Close right off his hip. He probably can make this tackle in the backfield. So if he closed, he have a better chance. This guy, why are you up the field? You should be knocking him, squeezing it. It's a short yardage play. They're in big personnel. It's a run play. We know that much. I can't see the clock, but I know they got their big in. You got to hit him and squeeze off this gap. Don't allow him to get through this and get a whole bunch of yards. Here, knock this back. You know, once he commit, fall off in here. Fall off in here and help out. Once this guy commit and get up into the line of scrimmage, he can just knock this back and then fall off and try to help. But let's go back again. This guy, the off the ball guy. This the off the ball guy. You're going to get double here, knock him into the linebackers, combo up to the linebackers. This guy, he got to see this. He's responsible for this guy right here. He's outside. He got this guy right here. His eyes should be here. It's run all the way. Quarterback under, back at home, big personnel. Big personnel. They're going to send this tight end out on a route, this big old dude out on a route. He's in there to block, to have big guys in the game. So when he down block, or double, as soon as he block, come right now. Matter of fact, walk up a little bit. Get up a little bit tighter so you can come and close right off his hip and go try to help this play. He's blocking out, so you got to come right now and get tight down this line and go try to make this play in the backfield. Close it off, and be sound in here. Be physical. Look like they just don't know what they should be doing. If you're in the gap, you got to come through here. You got to knock this back through here. But I don't know if he's two gapping. Like I said, I don't know if he's keying this guy or coming through this gap. All I know is that both of these guys were not physical enough and low enough. He got too high, and they ended up back here. That's ugly right there. And because he's up the field, the cutback was right there. He could have squeezed this off and made this harder for this guy and gave this guy maybe a better chance if he don't see this hole and try to cut right away. He's almost there. He almost got there. If he can cut this right off this tackle's butt, he get there. Okay? This guy, see the commitment. See what's going on. You see a tackle up the field, right? You see your tackle up the field. Snatch him off and try to come in and help. Snatch him off and come in here and help. Let's see what you do. Let's see what he do right here. All you got to do is snatch and come help. He late. Too late. Never got off the block. Stuck on blocks. And now he's off to the races. On this play, Carolina running like zone read. And the quarterback is keying this DN right here. He's keying this guy. Sometimes I feel like in these zone reads, make this guy hand this ball off. So he shuffled down in here, and so he closed hard. He shuffled down hard. This quarterback saw that, and he kept the ball out here because they got a blocker for him and they got a blocker for this guy. So it was easy for him to pull the ball and just get outside. So basically, this end right here, I mean, he's doing a feather technique, what we call a feather technique. A lot of people call it surf. He surf. But a lot of times, just keep your eyes on this guy. Back's to your side. The back's to your side. So put your eyes on this quarterback. If you're looking at him and paying attention to him, then a lot of times it's hard for him not to give this guy the ball and let him run it, okay? Not keep it. So watch this. So I think sometimes the best thing to do is make him hand it off. Make this guy hand it off. So he's going to block out. He's going to block here. They got blockers for these guys. So he's going to block out. He's going to block here. And they're going to leave him free. He the read guy. They're reading off of him. He's going to shuffle down here deep. Quarterback decided to pull it. Sometimes I feel like you just got in this situation with the back offset to you, put your eyes on this quarterback and make him hand this ball off. That's the only way you're going to defend this, especially with the defense they're in. You know what I'm saying? He never saw the quarterback. When the back's offset to your side, you got to put your eyes on the quarterback. The quarterback. And it's tough, man, because you put your eyes on the quarterback and the back get this ball and bend it back, you're like in no man's land. So I'd rather for him to hand this off and give us a better chance with this back running it across the formation than for him to keep it. He could have ran in right here. He could have took it up right here. He took it all the way outside. One more time. I like for my guy, make him hand it off. Make this quarterback hand it off. Put eyes on this quarterback. Backs to your side. He's going to go away from you. You know what I'm saying? Let these guys handle that. Okay? Let these guys handle that over there. And then you just got to make this quarterback hand this off. That's the only chance you got right here. See what I'm saying? Quarterback see him looking down at the running back. He's shuffling down hard. Okay? Right here, he can slow down a little bit. He did a good job with his fella technique. Don't get turned. Be square. Stay square. So you can come back out here and go get this quarterback. It's okay? Stay square. So when you see him pull it, you can get right down the line and go get the quarterback. But he took a couple of more steps here, and now he's out of the play. The quarterbacks knew that was going to happen. They done seen this on film. They done seen him do this on film. So the quarterback knew that he was going to go way down in there. And the quarterback said to himself, I'm going to keep this no matter what. Because I done seen him do this all the way down in here. He's never played the quarterback, really. And that's stuff you see on film. That's stuff you study. That's stuff they studied. And they knew that he was going to shuffle all the way down here, take 2 minute steps, all the way down inside, and they're going to be able to keep this ball and go score. Easy, too easy. Okay, on this play, you're going to get dive solid again. You know, they're going to double team this guy with these two guys. Okay? They're going to double team this guy with these two guys. He's going to block back. And this guy right here, first of all, you got to get a little tighter. You're a little bit too wide. Because you got to back to your side. Think about it. You got to be smart when you're a football player, right? You got to play smart. And you got to back offset to you, right? There's no run by the running back. There's no run to you that this running back going to hurt you on, because he's going to run here or run across the formation. He's to your side, okay? He's on your side. Now, the fact that the back's right here offset, and look how deep he is behind the quarterback. I hadn't studied these guys to know if he's that deep behind the quarterback, whether it's run or pass, but you got to study tendencies like that. If he's behind the quarterback this deep and they run the ball, you got to know that stuff, know that kind of stuff, okay? But right here, since the back's offset, this guy who's in his 3 technique, get a little tighter here. Get a little tighter here. Try to get yourself away from this guy, because they're going to double you. So get yourself, being wide like this makes it easy for them to double you. Get under your pads, knock you off the ball. Get tighter here, because the back's offset to you. Be tighter here. This guy, the back's offset away from you. Get down the middle. Put that foot, the outside leg down the middle of this guy. Get tighter on this guy. Because you know that anything coming your way is across formation with this running back. He's away from you. Study the backfield sets, guys. Study these backfield sets, and they can tell you a whole lot of stuff. So make sure you get tighter on this guy to help with this double team. Okay? Knock him back. Knock him back. Because right now you almost like in a 2-eye, and you're looking inside at this guy. So now unless you are a shade technique, that means you too wide if you're a shade technique. Right? And that's kind of like, sometimes people don't like playing shade in this kind of stuff because these guys can double you easily. They'd rather have you in a 2-eye away from this guy, 2-eye right here, so you can get the shoulder, knock it back, and help you with this double team a little bit better. Okay? This guy should be closing hard. Now the back's away from him. This alignment's okay. You can be a little bit wider. Okay? The back's away from him. But when it's down, when they come down, if they do go down block, you want to be able to close. But I think this guy base blocked him. But if he down block, you got to close, okay? And so, but my man right here, get a little tighter. The back's to you. And what he's doing is a surf technique or a feather technique, whichever one you want to call it. Surf or feather technique. Where he's coming and shuffling down here. He's trying to play the zone read. The quarterback's reading him. You're going to read off of him. So either you're going to give it, if you're looking at the quarterback, he's going to give it to this guy, or the quarterback feel like he can keep it, he's going to keep it. But right here, he gave this ball. But right here, he gave this ball to this running back, and you didn't close down and take away this air, take away this space inside, and they gave it this running back. He cut it right there, and he was gone. You want to take all the air out of this. That's why you want to line up a little bit tighter with him being offset to you. Take all the air out of this, so you can surf down here, you can feather down here, put your hands on this guy's hip, stay square, just in case the quarterback pull it. If the quarterback pull it, get down the line here. Get down the line here and go meet the quarterback for a short gain or no gain. You want to take all the air out of this, surf down here, stay square, so that if the quarterback do pull it, you can get down here for a no gain or a short gain. But you want to take all the air out of this and not allow this to happen when he cut back. Okay? That can happen. So most times, the percentages say he's going to run here across the formation, but sometimes they can run here and cut it back. And so you just got to take all the air out of this and take this running back out of it right here. Take the air out until you're sure what's going on. If the quarterback do pull it, then get down the line. Let's watch the play. Okay? This guy going to base block him. Double here, double here. Linebackers filling their gap. They're going with the flow. They're filling the gap. He got this gap here, and he got this gap here. Okay? And this guy should be a feather technique. Look at his body already, you know. Shuffle down here, take all the air out of this. You'd have been tighter, it'd have been easier. Shuffle down here, take all the air out of it. Be patient, be patient. Make sure you don't hand the ball here. He cut it back, take that away. And then if the quarterback keep this ball, then you down the line and go get it, okay? Don't go to where he's at, go to where he's going. Get down this line, go meet this quarterback for either no gain or a short gain. Okay? Let's watch this play. It's right here. He did not close off all this space. He's worried about this quarterback. He did not close off all this space. And this running back gonna get this ball and see it and cut it right here. Now this stuff that Carolina could have saw on film. It's easy stuff to see on film that these guys don't shuffle down all the way, and he's gonna give this all the way. He's gonna give this to the running back regardless. And watch this. It's a bunch of yards. Too much space. Can't get there. A lot of yards. Who gonna hurt us most? This running back or this quarterback keeping it on the edge right here? I don't think he's that kind of a runner. That's why they ran him close to the goal line. Out in the field, I don't think they want to run him. I really don't think they want to run him. They only want to run him when they get close to the goal line because it's a short distance. Some teams do that when they don't have athletic quarterbacks back here. You know, they don't have those speed guys back here. They don't have the Jalen Hurts back here. You know, they don't have those kind of guys that can run. So they only do it close to the goal line. Out in the field, expect these guys to get the ball a little bit more. So you got to close this off, and this guy can hurt us the most. So let's watch this play one last time, and you'll see what I'm saying. And these guys, you got to be stopped and get these. You got to be better alignments, tighter here, so you can handle this double team a little bit better. Choose where you're gonna get tight on. I don't know if you're in a shade or a one technique. I don't know if you're in a two eye. If you're in a two eye, you should be out here down the middle. Put that foot down the middle of this guy. Knock him back. Try to hit whoever you line up on. Go punish that guy to try to get some separation so they can't double you out of there as bad. Punish him. Try to get some separation between these two guys so they can't double you out of there. You got to be physical here. You got to attack though, but you got to have good alignments. One last time. Whole lot of yards. Okay, on this play, Carolina gonna be running stretch to the right. Stretch play to the right. We'll call it outside zone to the right. Okay? Let's talk about the defense. This guy's in a 3 technique. When the ball snap, you're gonna see this guy play back to this guy, which is a no-no. This is your key. Attack him with your hand, attack that outside number with your hands, and if he's going away from it, get off his butt, pursue to the ball. He should never play back to this guy. Never ever should he play back to this guy. Okay? This your work, this your key. Blinders on, have blinders on. This guy don't even matter. This the guy you working right here. You're gonna go attack him, he disappear, you off his butt down the line. He's gonna be the guy that should have been right here, and you're gonna see this back. Get this ball, start this way, cut it back this way, and be out the gate. Look at this guy. He got his hand on his knee. Hang that hand. That's one thing I tell linemen all the time. Take that hand off your knee and hang that hand. It allows you to get that hand from a hang position off the ground to the guy quicker. Maintain this A gap, knock it back. You get your hands on him that much quicker so you can control the block. You can control the block. Take the hands off your knee. That's a bad habit to have right there. I mean, back in the day, I used to put my elbow on my pad, and I learned to just hang my hand. It was a lot better to attack and knock stuff back. Get it from the ground, it's quicker, everything. This guy got too much tilt. Now, this back could have kept this ball front side and ran here. He could have easily took this front side and ran it here. Because this guy got too much tilt. He going to end up in here. Because he got so much tilt on, he going to end up in here. And this guy going to end up overtaking him. This guy don't have nobody to block because he's supposed to be blocking him. He thought he was going to block here. But this guy went inside here with all that tilt he got on. You got to take that tilt off because he's supposed to be in a fire technique. A fire technique. This is a gap right here. This guy's outside. Okay? So when he goes in here, this guy overtakes him. He goes up to the next level and try to seal this next block. Seal this next block. The back could have actually took this front side here, but he saw this right here because this guy right here on playing this technique, one attacking him, you know, he played back. It left a big old hole right in here, and this back saw it. He cut right off of it and got a whole bunch of yards. All right, one more time, guys. He plays back, okay? He's supposed to be keying this guy, attacking this guy, playing downhill. Hand off the knee, attack this guy, bring that hand, get the hand to him faster. Hang that hand, hang it, so you can get to this guy faster, so you can knock it back, maintain your A gap. Too much tilt. Don't get too much tilt here. Aiming point, you should tilt it so you aim maybe a yard behind his foot right here. Aim it a yard behind his foot. You aiming too far inside. Now you're going to take a bad step and he going to overtake you and allow him to get up to the second level. Blocking out here, and honestly the running back could have took it here, but he saw this right here because this guy played back to this guy. He saw that, got everybody flowing this way. Stretch, they're running stretch, zone, outside zone to the right. He saw it, he made the cut, and he took off. Whole lot of yards, guys. Just got to be disciplined in your technique and your eyes. You got to have good eyes when you play D-line. Look at that. Look at that. There go the guy that he should have been keying down here. If he was keying this guy like he should have, he'd have been right here in this hole making this play. This guy wouldn't have mattered. Couldn't even get to him. Because it was flow hard away, he'd have been right here making this play. The fact that he got caught up, now someone could say, a lot of people could say this holding. A lot of people say he holding this guy. He played back into him, he holding this guy. And that's what it looked like. It looked like a hold to me. But the fact of the matter is that he should never play back to this guy. His work was inside. His key was inside. He should never play back to this guy. And he would be right here in this hole right now coming up to make this tackle or making him keep it this side, front side, which wouldn't have been no better because this guy right here going to go block him. He got him sealed, and he'd have been off through here too. So they were defeated in two different ways here. He had an option. He had an option because he going to kick him out, leave a hole here for him to run. But he saw this big old opening right here, and he hit it. And this guy blocked out. He got coverage on this guy, so he late to the party. It's just not sound. Just not sound at all. And now they got this big old gap right here. So say if he was in this gap, he cut it back all the way outside here because he's blocking out. He would have came in run support. But this ain't good. It's gonna be a whole lot of yards. Just gotta be disciplined front with eyes, technique, everything. Whole lot of yards, guys. Big day for Carolina.